Yeah.
Hello, everybody! What is up, fellow geeks? Super Geek Girl here! It is another beautiful day here at Studio SGG in the heart of Studio Applezone. Happy Sunday to you, and happy Gay Lawyer Sunday to you! So glad to see you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's see, who do we got? Hello, Sleepy. Hello, Legit. Hello, Zach. Hello, Gabe. And hello, Gundam. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Glad to see you. How you guys doing? Has everyone had a good weekend? Oh, it's been a busy week for me. Though we finally made it. We made it to Gay Lawyer Sunday. Another Gay Lawyer Sunday. Let's do this. Hey, what's up, Zelda NPC? Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. In case you guys are wondering why I'm so busy, I mentioned earlier this week I had seen my mom and mother-in-law for their birthdays. My mom decided to stay a couple extra days, and she just left town this morning. So I've been running around town entertaining Mom for the past week. She was fine with me streaming Wednesday and Thursday, but yep, things are finally calming back down. Things are finally getting back to normal. It's great to see with great to be with my mom, but you know, time to get back to work. Unfortunately, things have been getting a little bad for me at work. I've been clumsy with a forklift. Oh no! That's not a great thing to be clumsy with. Are you okay? You didn't cause like an accident or anything, did you, Zach? I hope you didn't. That's a dicey thing to be to be clumsy with. Oh boy. Hope you're okay. Have you seen the new Hell of a Boss short? I have not. I know that it just posted like an hour or two ago, but I've been busy with getting stuff set up for the stream and grabbing lunch. So no, I have not had a chance to see it yet. I will probably check it out after the stream. Hey, what's up, Stumpy? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Speaking of stuff I haven't seen yet, I understand that there was a little Ace Attorney video that came out today. Little something, which I have not checked out yet. And I have been debating back and forth whether to watch it live on stream and do like a live react, or just watch it afterwards and post my thoughts on the Discord server, because I hear there's some goofiness. There's some goofiness that takes place there. I wouldn't mind a live stream. Alright, I may throw it on here in a second or two. We're getting a new Digital Circus and another Hell of a Boss episode. We're also getting another Dark Beginnings. We are eating so good, y'all! We're eating so good! This whole... all of October, we're gonna be eating good, man. There's so much good stuff coming out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, yeah, I'm very excited to see the next Dark Beginnings. I want my girl Rouge back. I want my girl Rouge back. I'm so excited to see Rouge again. Yes. It's been a pretty lazy weekend. I've been playing around in Echoes of Wisdom. Hey, how is that? Is that good? Is that good? I know my husband is finally diving back into Enotria. So that's fun. Not to mention Digital Circus. Yeah, I heard about that. So it's a non-exclusive deal, and that's well, okay, hang on. I gotta re-look up what all went down, because that was several days ago, and many things have happened since then. So let me do a quick recap here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah, I know it's coming to Netflix, but Also, again, it's also on there's a special thing that's like not great. But no. There's a special thing that's like is great about this deal, right? It's a non-exclusive deal. All right, here it is. Yeah, that's it. They still have full control of the series. They didn't sell it outright to Netflix. They're just streaming it on Netflix. So they still have full creative control, which is really awesome. That's the thing I was trying to remember. Thank you, Zach. Thanks for keeping me on target here. Good for them, man. Good for them. Like, I was really into it for the first 2 episodes. Well, obviously the only 2 episodes, but the 2 episodes that I've seen of Digital Circus, the premise is so strong. The characters are so strong. I am all down for it. I'm down for it. And yeah, for an indie show like that, to get that much attention, that's incredible. And to still retain full creative control is, like, it should be applauded. It should be applauded what's going on with Digital Circus, I think. So, good for them. Good for them, man. Let's see, there's also Has Been Hotel. That's true, but I don't think full creative... I don't think full creative control was still held. I mean, obviously Vivzy Pop's still in charge of the whole thing, but I'm a little iffy on celebrating Has Been Hotel too much, just because I am still salty that the OG voice actors were replaced. I'm still a little bit salty about that, but I do agree. I do agree. Let's see. It's so charming. I love the art style. Mostly been derping around in the overworld. Not having a sword has taken some getting used to. Can't you just create a sword? Isn't that what her power is? She has the magic wand that can create, like, anything. But I guess you gotta actually find a sword and duplicate it first, but, it sounds great. It sounds really cool. Let's see. Netflix, I want to see my boy Omega again. Yeah! Omega 2 has been MIA for, like, a while. Like, I don't even remember. When was Omega's last appearance? Was it 06? I feel like he appeared in something else besides 06. It wasn't Team Sonic Racing, was it? I don't remember. I gotta warn my friends who are parents about, Digital Circus. They might mistake it for a kid's show, considering it's inspired by I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Yeah! It's all cute and colorful, but there's definitely some messed up stuff there. So be careful. Was it Forces? Okay, cool. Okay, so it was sooner than that. How do I not remember? Well, to be fair, I don't remember a whole lot about Forces because I was so blah on the whole thing. But, anyway. Without spoiling you, you do get access to a sword, so you're not totally without. I've died to a minor enemy already. Oh, no! Well, I'm glad you're enjoying Echoes of Wisdom. It'll be a while before I get around to that one, but I am very much looking forward to it. Yeah, that's the thing about Forces. And I will get more into this when we finally do get around to playing Forces on Supersonic Saturdays. There was a lot of wasted potential in Sonic Forces. There was a lot of wasted potential. And you'll see what I mean when we get into it. The plot takes itself way too seriously. Infinite is way too much of an edgelord for his own good. Classic Sonic just had no business being involved in this entire affair at all. But again, you'll hear me complain ad nauseum about that when we get to Forces. So I'll save my more in-depth. Commentary for when we're playing. Without shortages, you may be able to finish it in one stream. You do know how bad I am at these games, right? I guarantee you it's not going to be done in one stream. Maybe 2 or 3, not one. Not one. The courses were fun, the story was dumb, they wronged Infinite. Yes, and... me? But I agree with you on 2 of those 3 points. I just didn't care for Infinite just as a character. Although I do wonder if Infinite is going to pop up in Shadow Generations. Just because he and Shadow had a big bust-up bust up at the beginning of Forces. That kind of kicked off the entire thing. The entire plot of Forces kicked off because Shadow was a jerk to Infinite pre-transformation. That's the whole reason that the plot started. That's the whole reason that Infinite became an edgelord, was because of Shadow kicking his butt so hard, and he's just like, no, I gotta be the ultimate edgelord now. I'll show you. Oh man, it was not great. The weird thing about Shadow Generation, some of the places we'll visit will be from Shadow's perspective in the future. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I am really interested to see where this goes. Like, I had nothing but praise for Dark Beginnings. The whole nightmare sequence and flashbacks and flash forwards. So good. So good. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm really excited to see where it goes. But we will save that conversation for another day. I will be certainly talking more about it on Thursday and probably on Saturday when the next Supersonic Saturday airs. And it will be most likely the finale of the Sonic Frontiers DLC. So be sure and tune in on Saturday for me finally finishing this up. I watched the first Dark Beginnings. It looked amazing. I'm not even all that familiar with Sonic lore. Don't worry. You will be. You will be by the end of all this. You will all be certified Sonic experts by the time these streams are over. I don't actually have certificates for all of you, but you get what I mean. You know what I mean. And yeah, no, Shadow's nowhere to be found in Frontiers. So the fact that he's going to Frontier stages is kind of crazy. So you're going to play Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, eventually. Eventually we'll get to Shadow the Hedgehog. I am not going to enjoy it. It is not going to be a fun time, but you guys like to see me suffer, so I do it because I love all of you. Speaking of DLC, yesterday was its 1-year anniversary. Yeah, and it took me damn near a year to finish it. Though to be fair, that was because I took it off the schedule for a little while for other things, so it probably shouldn't have taken me a year to finish Sonic Frontiers, but we're finally getting there. The end is in sight. All I gotta do is beat all the bosses again in a row without dying. How hard can it be? That was me knocking on the wood of my desk, in case you guys were curious. Okay, so we are getting back into Gay Lawyer Sunday. Get back into Gay Lawyer Sunday mode. Let's go. I'm one of the few people who finished all the endings of Shadow the Hedgehog. You know what the worst part is? You know what the worst part is? I may have to do that. I may have to do that so we can get the true ending. I will think about it. I will see kind of what to do, what we can do about that. I don't want to have to play this game 10 times. I really don't want to have to play Shadow the Hedgehog 10 times just so I can get the true ending. I really don't want to have to do that. But maybe I can figure something out. Maybe I can be clever and figure something out. We'll see. We'll see. Do what my brother did. Accidentally get your first 4 endings facing Dr. Eggman as the final boss. That's how I got the first 2 endings. I just went straight through without doing any of the missions, and then you get the mid ending. Alright, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Before that, though, I'm gonna put it to a vote in the chat. Do you guys want to just jump straight into investigations, or do you want to check out the little Ace Attorney retrospect video that they put out first and then go into investigations? I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I already got one person who's in favor of it. That's dedication. I don't know if I'd even play a Zelda game for 10 different endings. Yeah, no, it's you say dedication, I say borderline cruel and unusual punishment. All right, we gotta vote for just jumping into, we gotta vote for jumping in. We gotta vote for the video. Anybody else want to throw in their 2 cents? The video is 8 minutes long from what I saw. I just realized, what if the retrospective video spoils the Apollo trilogy for you? Ooh, actually, that's a good point. I don't know if they bring up Apollo Justice. Uh-oh. Okay, you know what? Because I don't think... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I don't think we have much longer on Chapter 2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna finish Chapter 2. And then afterwards, we'll check out the video. And if there's any Apollo Justice spoilers, I'll just plug my ears and go, la 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 la, can't hear it, can't hear it, can't hear it. That's probably gonna be annoying though. Okay, you know what? We're gonna jump into investigations, and then maybe afterwards we'll check out the video. Sound good? Sound good? Okay, let's go. I have missed my little gay lawyer boys. Let's do it. It has been a hot minute. But if I recall correctly, we were on a plane. We were on a plane accused of murder. All right, let me get back to where we were real quick. Uh-oh. Come on, controller. Yes? Yes, there we go. Checking for downloadable content. Is there actually, like, downloadable content for this game? Are they actually gonna come out with DLC for this? That would be dope. That would be so dope. All right, let's see here. Uh-oh, hang on a second. Hang on, I gotta relaunch it. I gotta relaunch it because it's not reading my controller. It's not reading my controller. Give me a second. I gotta relaunch it. There we go. This should be fine. It's not a huge deal switching between the keyboard and the mouse, but I just want to make sure I get the buttons correct. Oh, I didn't even realize! Uh-oh. There we go. I didn't even realize that we were, like, that it was the plane. That's so good. That's so good! Okay. So, last time, we were accused of a murder 30,000 feet in the air. So, not great. We managed to prove that we were not the culprit, but now we must prove that our flight attendant friend, Miss Rhoda Tenario, was not the culprit. Also, Francisca is back. Best Girl has returned. Everyone rejoice. All right, let's jump into it. Also, I wonder if I do this. Okay, yeah, it goes away. Dang it! I can only have one toggle on at a time. That's annoying. Boo. All right, well, just pretend there's a microphone here. Oh, wow. So this is the cargo hold, huh? Off he goes. What the heck? It's so big! Echo? Is that what you're trying to do?
This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So, this is the real scene of the murder?
Oh, did you see that they were both doing the arms cross pose? Oh, that's so good. They're such siblings.
There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we're here, correct?
Okay, let's get investigating, sir!
Begin investigation! Lower that cargo hold. Let's go. All right, let's see here. What looks suspicious? Bed sheets? Why would you need such a large case of bed sheets?
Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew.
Well, this sure brings back memories when I worked as a part-time mover, sir.
By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so.
Humor the poor boy! Humor the man! Come on now!
He's so mean to him.
You mean the investigation? I see what you did there. Lovely, lovely. Gumshoe is like a little kid in a grown man's body. He really is! He really does have big puppy dog energy. I love it. I love it. He is the goodest boy. He's the goodest boy. Gumshoe deserves so much more than he gets in this series. I do love a good bit of wordplay.
Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth! It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair!
These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over.
Whoa, this paint job's really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy!
Oh? Why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness.
Oh, you think so? Well, then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200!
I think I'll pass. And Miss Tenario wonders why they don't sell. You'd need 2 jobs just to buy one.
That is pretty steep for a suitcase.
Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments.
Where would the glass have come from? Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on a second. Was there something that I collected earlier? Ah! Yes, broken glasses! Broken glasses go to glass shards. Ba-boom!
I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses.
And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses!
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected.
So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
And perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon.
Okay, so that's close enough, I guess. All right, let's see. What about this open suitcase? That looks suspicious.
Hey, what's with the suitcase?
It is pretty clean for a murder scene. That is a good point. That is a good point. Somebody must have gone to the trouble of tidying up. If the murder really was committed here.
Hey, what's with this suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir.
So, this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look.
But it ain't nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir.
Wait, a file?
And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir.
It looks like a profile on Francisca.
What? Yo! Why are you creeping on my sister? Why are you creeping on my sister, sir? No!
Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her?
That's an excellent question. Maybe let's talk to her and find out.
You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was.
Okay, so why?
I've been following a very large and involved governmental-level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol.
Oh, we gonna bring Interpol into this now. Okay, okay. Interesting.
Interpol is involved.
It's a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have.
So if Interpol is involved, does that connect up with the file on Francisca? Francisca came to this airport as an Interpol liaison. All right, sounds like sound logic to me. Let's do it. There's no spoilers? Yay, we can watch it then!
Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca?
Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir.
I mean, aren't we all? Aren't we all fans of Miss Von Karma?
Francisca said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation.
Oh, well, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her.
Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do.
Oh, ma'am. What have you been hiding?
You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you?
Nonsense! What are you talking about?
We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you would have figured it out, Miles.
But it looks like they got to him first.
Interpol? Is Chinese Interpol here? I want to see Chun-Li. I don't know. I mean, it is a Capcom game. It is a Capcom game. It may be likely. It may be likely.
So, you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then?
Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large and international smuggling ring.
A smuggling ring. Okay. Okay.
He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on the case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold.
But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down here to get it. Ow!
Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I am sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how we intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately. I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this
Okay, I'm sorry. I love that they're both crossing their arms. They're such siblings. Ah, I love it. So cute. So adorable.
I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in.
Oh, I think I goofed on the voices.
And then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up,
The plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped out, and Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor.
There we go. It's all coming together.
I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage.
Oh, really, sir?
Uh-oh. She's gonna say us, isn't she?
I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other
than Miss Rhoda Tenario. Oh, because you need you need employee assistance to get into the cargo hold. But she's not the only employee on the plane, though. All right, let's see if we can clear her name.
If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenario. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you?
I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that.
Definitive evidence, huh? If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. The key card. Hang on a minute.
Hold it!
But it is highly likely that the key card was stolen from Miss Tenero.
Objection!
It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come up with?
Don't you call yourself a disciple of my father?
Ah, no! Thank you for the ring. Thank you, Gundam. I lost all my rings. No!
Yes! Well, I don't have any evidence. Be quiet! You are a disgrace! There is more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know. It's not just the key card that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon? The Captain Hugo piggy bank? Yes! She is also the only person with a key to open that display case!
Further, there is the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. I mean, that key could have been stolen too.
Hold it! Objection!
Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth!
I didn't even get to do my thing! I didn't even get to voice him!
You do not have any proof that this is just a red herring! If you must keep on insisting that it is a fake, then what is the real murder weapon? And where did it go?
Speechless, I see. That is not a surprise. After all,
you know that we have searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon?
The piggy bank, the crime scene. Well, the body? I mean, blunt force trauma could be achieved by many different things, not just the piggy bank. I'm gonna say the body.
Francisca, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a sap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon?
Uh-oh. And now Gumshoe's gonna get the brunt of her anger.
Scruffy! Yes, sir? Contact the medical examiner's office at once! I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy! Yes, sir!
Off he goes! And several hours later, uh-oh.
We got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know this one thing for sure. Report, now! The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back! From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area? Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks! It wasn't just his head! The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir!
Instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of head, bruising from head to mid-back. What if it was the suitcase that killed him? I can't think of anything else that we've seen so far that would cause such a large injury. Of course, I don't know how that corresponds with I don't know how that corresponds, but I feel like the suitcase was involved in more than just transporting the body. Maybe somebody took the suitcase and just went bah! Like that. Maybe? I don't know. I feel good. I feel confident. I feel confident about the suitcase theory. I'm gonna hold on to my suitcase theory for a bit.
Scruffy! What is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. You are completely useless!
He's doing his best, though! He's doing his best!
Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there!
Uh-oh. I think I know who this is.
No! You remove yourself from my way! What is all that racket?
There he is.
My luggage! My cargo! They are mine! And I demand you return them to me!
No, look at this price! Look at this price! They're going chest to chest! I love that!
We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience.
I suppose there is no choice.
Finally. I think you get... Uh-oh. Hey! What are you... You have left me no choice but to use strong force! You won't get past me!
Ah! I think this officer just committed murder, guys. I think we just saw another murder took place.
This is... Wait. That's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about.
Further, there is a matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank.
Did the victim die by falling? Oh, I think so!
After all, you know that we searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed.
The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back.
That's it! He fell! That's gotta be it! It's the man whose accent is taking a drunken tour of Europe. I never did settle on an accent for him, alright? Lay off! Okay. There is a way to prove it! The cause of death! They don't match up! And that's why they match up! The murderer pushed the victim! I think you're right!
Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising. which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger.
The weapon couldn't be found because the blade itself was the murder weapon!
If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you would think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we've overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration.
The location itself being the weapon, this really is Danganronpa. Oh my god, yes! It's the funhouse! It's case 2-4 all over again! No! It's the funhouse murder again! No!
What was all that about? Was he trying to chomp his way down here? Francisca! What? What do you want? I found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped! We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt! We should go check on him, sirs!
There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You really should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with the habit of whipping everyone she comes across.
Anyway, if you are really a prosecutor, then you will back yourself up with evidence.
You two ain't listening at all, are you?
Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of.
Well, technically we don't actually have the evidence yet.
I don't have any evidence to show you.
Foolish reasoning from a foolish fool who...
That! Oh my god, there's too many fools. Wait. Give me a second.
Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me! What do you mean I don't have any evidence to show you?
Ma'am, please get a thesaurus. Please use a word other than fool.
Perhaps I should have phrased it as, that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what the real cause of death was.
It was a free fall.
The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes. This is the only plausible possibility.
I was hoping somebody would quote that. Now I'm free falling. A little inappropriate, but it's fine.
The victim had extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. And the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane! I know.
Are you claiming that there was someplace in this plane from which he could have fallen from?
As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time.
You can't mean...
Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs on this very cargo hold.
What? We're in trouble! We may have a second death on our hands, sirs! Hey, you! Tell me you ain't dead, pal!
Ugh, quiet! Why are you screaming?
He's alive!
Well, yeah, a fall like that wasn't gonna kill him.
And there you have it, Myers Edgeverse.
It's not possible that Agent Hicks fellows are railing to his death. That man is living proof of that.
I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances.
The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean?
Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then?
He would have been a Borginian pancake for sure, sir!
I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing.
But the reality is that that cargo box is there!
So there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios!
It may be there now.
But there is no proof that it was always there.
Ha! As if there could have been a window of time when that giant box was not there!
Ah, but there was.
What?
What can I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always where it was now?
Prosecutor badge, no. Crime scene notes, Sky Magazine. Wait. Aha! I got it! The refueling stop in Shangfa!
Take that!
You refueled in the Republic of Shangfa?
Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhengba in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo.
What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time?
To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question.
There we go.
It's labeled Zhengba Express!
Correct. Meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengba.
Okay, there we have it.
Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe Zhengfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me the chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail.
Still saying the death is accidental, but someone clearly tried to hide it. Yeah, someone's definitely trying to hide it. I don't know, I'll accept that he fell to his death. But maybe maybe whoever let him down here pushed him off and tried to make the death look accidental. But if they wanted to make it look accidental, why would they go to the trouble of stuffing the body in the suitcase? Oh, I guess because passengers aren't allowed to be in the cargo hold, so they had to do something. It's the pieces are floating around in my head. I'm not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. Alright, so this is the same thing.
This is a rather large piece of cargo.
There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see, Alif Red Statue. I never heard of it.
Nor I. But all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime.
Then let's get investigating, sir!
Uh-oh, the wingdings are back. what he was waiting for. I had a feeling.
Look here! Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission! Don't rush up on me like that, pal!
So, this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him.
All right. What do you got? What do you got to say now, sir?
I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc?
Of course it is mine! I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe! This Alfred statue is worth 10 million cents! No! Maybe much more!
Which sense are we talking about? Are we talking French sense? Europe's English sense? Which one? Common sense?
Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold.
10 million cents?
I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective.
Oh, darn! How'd you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year.
Though I grow with each revolution of the plane around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place.
Aww! Don't be mean!
Hey, Mr. Edgewood. So, that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case?
I mean, it might.
Mr. LeBlanc, there is a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer.
It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching.
Uh-huh. A valuable piece of art, huh? Hang on. I think I figured out what kind of smuggling it is! He's an art smuggler! He's illegal! I knew it! That accent was totally fake! That's why it was so bad!
If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhangba. I think I need to question him a bit further.
Alright, I'm on to you. I know what you are! You know what I am, but I know what you are! Strange, isn't it?
About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc, I wonder if it might be a fake?
What? How dare you say my art is fake?
I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring.
Do not say such fantastical things! Those thieves, they would not dare! I have the certification of my cargo right here!
Do you mean the cargo certification document?
Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once!
Legalese, 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 legalese. Oh no, it's worse! It's in Wingdings!
I can't read this! What does it say? It says as plain as day. The cargo was put on plane in Europe!
And there you have it, Myers Edgeworth. Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate.
Oh, that's...
Which means that there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there.
Uh-huh. Can we get a second opinion on this? I don't trust this dude.
I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right.
Oh, that's an ugly thing. That's an ugly bugger.
This... I know I've seen this somewhere before.
This is Alif Red? Gives us such a feeling of heart. I can practically smell it.
This statue has a high amount of historical value. After it is unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. A piece of art being shipped by Mr. LeBlanc, who claims it is worth 10 million cents.
I believe a closer look is warranted here.
Why is it red? Why is it Alif red? There's nothing red about this. Wait, is it something weird backwards? No, okay. It's not. I was wondering if it was like a red room sort of situation. Didn't we see that on a photo? Did we? I'll have to go back and look.
So, this is the infamous Alif Red statue.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail.
Okay. Oh, you're right! Gundam! Good catch, buddy! Good catch, buddy! The eyes are totally sus! Good job! Good job!
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Yes, it is! It is!
Eureka!
These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think?
Yeah, pretty. They remind me of the sunsets when I was in grade school, sir.
I don't think you see what I'm talking about.
I love that. Okay, so I like the juxtaposition here of Edgeworth's inner thoughts versus Phoenix's inner thoughts. Because Phoenix is like happy and chill on the outside, but inside he is like, I hate everyone and everything. You're all idiots. I hate you all. Where Edgeworth is outwardly, you're all idiots. I hate you all. But his inner thoughts are like,
did that sound too harsh? Was that too harsh? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been so rude.
it's such a great juxtaposition. I love it.
No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out till I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets! Focus, detective! What color are the eyes in this photo? Sir, they're red! As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc? What do you want? Do you not know I am a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer.
The Alif Red. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not?
It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago.
You better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story.
Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but...
What is that? Sympathy? For what?
You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes.
That large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes. Compare it to you.
I wasn't talking about the two of us.
And how dare you? His silver eyes are beautiful. His silver eyes are so gorgeous. How dare you say something so mean about my Miles? How dare you say that?
I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photograph.
I just started yelling now it. Oh. It is a photo on the statue display at the museum in Europe.
Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc?
The statue before us is a fake.
I believe that even further examination will be required.
Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake,
There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Shengfa.
and I will present to you the evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction.
Will you now? Wait. Wait. Ah! Look here, look here! We know for sure this was bought in Shangfa because this is from Shangfa Express. And this is on top of it, so it must have been loaded in afterwards. There's your proof right there!
What's this?
The statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth color. Kinda resembles its own attitude in a sense.
What did you say now?
Further, my clothing's hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen.
Please forgive the trespass of my subordinate.
Why should I forgive it the trespasses? Unless it's an expensive dress, you keep it.
English is not this man's first language. I love it. All right, so we take a look at the cargo. Boom!
Eureka!
I don't know why, but I kind of wish that they had re-recorded the Eurekas. I kind of wish that they had re-recorded these because it sounds really bit compressed. It sounds really bit compressed. I wish that they would have re-recorded them a little bit. Maybe that's just a nitpicky thing. That might just be a nitpicky thing for me, though.
There is clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of a cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo.
That's not possible.
But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue was on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Shangfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Shangfa! What about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There is only one reason why. To secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight.
So you say.
But I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just as easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true. However, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall on the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there's someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates.
Interesting. Okay, so this goes up, So as angry as he is, it looks like LeBlanc is actually innocent. Because he had no idea he had purchased a fake. So I guess he's off the hook. For now, at least.
I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh?
Yes. While this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold, a rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After all he had to do was hold the Zhengfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. this only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhengfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death.
Officer! Move this statue immediately! I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now! Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings!
Go on.
After moving the Elif Red statue out of the way, we tested the area underneath for fluminol, and there was a reaction!
Oh, yeah! That looks like a bloodstain to me! A smeary bloodstain, but bloodstain nonetheless. The only thing LeBlanc is guilty of is being a male Karen.
In some cases, that's worse than being a murderer. I see. There was a reaction to luminol. An indication that there was blood in that spot. Can we stop looking at announcers? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer get away cleaning all the blood?
That's why it's all covered with blood! It's gotta be the Virginian cloth!
Take that!
Yeah, that's the thing with luminol and UV stuff. No matter how much you clean blood off of it, it'll still show up under luminol. It's just that powerful. I know that from multiple murder mysteries that I've watched.
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had needed to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhengfa. Yes, because otherwise, the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover.
So, you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhengfa?
There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder.
Let's go! Thank you very much, K.R. Thomas! Welcome! Glad to see you!
But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zhengfa, then this becomes highly suspect.
I hate to say it, guys, but Miss Personal Flotation Device is looking a lot more suspicious.
Recall Miss Mealy's testimony about Agent Hicks in regards to when we departed Zhengfa.
I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know?
She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls. But
that totally contradicts the facts, sir!
But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Mealy herself.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the confrontation. Yes, we will save our progress. Oh man, my throat hurts. No, it can't be her. It can't be her. It can't be the hot lady. Unfortunately, I think it is. I think the hot lady is our culprit here. Sorry to all you Melee fans, but I think Miss Personal Flotation Device just landed her a ticket to jail. March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight G390, G390, lower deck cargo hold. And she's fast asleep. If evil, why hot syndrome strikes again. Ah, yes, everyone's favorite trope. Everyone's favorite trope.
Miss Mealy.
Miss Mealy!
Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa?
You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhangba. Miss Camille!
Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did.
No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Mealy.
But I think they're kind of boo-boo all the time.
That's concerning.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Mealy, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span from just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
Oh, are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, you are absolutely a suspect, Cousin It.
Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self.
How? No. I got it.
How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Mealy, wake up! She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her.
Alright. Wakey. From 3 to 4, she was in the flight attendant's room. And from 5 to 6, she was in the flight attendant's room. Bullshit!
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi.
Oh? Well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Did I raise an objection?
Absolutely, you should.
Miss Mealy, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time, from 5 to 6 a.m.
Because that is when Miss Tenero got the suitcase. So she couldn't have been alone. Miss Tenero had to come back and bring the suitcase, so she had to have at least popped in. Gotcha.
Objection!
Thank you, Sleepy. Thank you for the objection.
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mealy.
Huh? A receipt? For what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Miss Tenero?
Yes? Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you had locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness, so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct?
Yes,
I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Mealy there at that time?
No.
So, Miss Mealy, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Kami Mealy!
Bathroom?
I'll be the one that asks the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know?
Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
Don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out?
Alright, what have you got?
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too. She's the one in charge of the elevator key card and the shop, you know? If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
This voice is way too fun. This voice is way too fun.
Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Oh, Miles, you sweet gay little boy. You sweet gay little boy, I love you. I love you so much. Oh, I love him. What a goof.
Never mind. But you wanna know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda like...
I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. He's like, okay, gonna stay out of this.
Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Oh, man. He only has eyes for Phoenix. Absolutely he does. Absolutely he does. We all know this. We all know this. All right, let's see what's sus here. I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. You think maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda. She's the one in charge of the elevator key card. Yeah, about that.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Mealy?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count!
But I spent so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility.
Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She is the only one on this flight who is fluent.
That seems important.
Oh, you meant that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm like really good at Borginian.
She's fluent in Borginian? Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian.
Yeah, I take take care of anything that has to do with Borginian.
Very interesting.
Alright, there we go. There's a new one. All I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff. Borginian stuff, huh? You mean stuff like this? If you would... It seems highly suspect to me that the only person on this flight couldn't tell that that the thing was a fake. In other words, and I don't know how to say this in Borginian, so I'll say it in English. Objection!
Objection!
So, you are the only one in the flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct?
Yeah. I guess so.
I studied abroad in Virginia for a while. Oh, wow, I actually yawned. Yeesh. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was located in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Mealy. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alif Red could not have occurred! Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you!
Just as difficult as any of his witnesses in court. I love that. Oh! The true nature is revealed. Why Bubbles? Why Bubbles? I feel like maybe they were gonna have her like smoke a cigarette here, but they couldn't do it because censorship. Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It is exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to have participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation, after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So, sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill!
Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he is killed by a member of that ring! Well, did you ever start to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. What was that aggressive bubble blowing?
So perhaps there is some element... So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her.
And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning.
Let's see. The wallet, maybe? No, there's nothing but a passport inside. Yo! Hang on! We never found the cell phone! We never found the cell phone, did we? Is that it? No. No! Oh, I'm an idiot! It's the suitcase! It's her hideous-ass suitcase! That's why they pinned it on her, because they knew that Yeah, because it was her suitcase. They tried to use her suitcases to pin the crime on her. I think. Maybe. I probably should have saved, but we're gonna go with it.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere. Whoa.
Hang on.
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works, without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you say?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case.
The special circumstances? What special circumstances dictated the killer to frame someone? It was where the murder took place because it was in the cargo deck. Only flight personnel could be down there, right?
The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Mealy. Only you and you alone could be the killer!
And? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Uh-oh.
I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
There we go! There's the missing cell phone. That's where it fits in. I might have jumped the gun a little bit on that. Yeah, that's always the excuse, isn't it? That's always the excuse in these murder mysteries. Hell, you got circumstantial. You ain't got nothing solid on me. Yeah, but in the real world, circumstantial evidence is some of the strongest evidence there is. So it's stupid.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
I thought not.
But that's because it went missing. And still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That's right! But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on. Get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do.
Dial it! Dial it!
Agent Hicks's phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir!
I hear it, Detective. Now, where is it coming from?
Is it coming from you? Are your personal flotation devices ringing, ma'am? Wait, hang on. Oh, there we go. There we go. March 12th, 410, flight attendant's room.
The ring is coming from somewhere near, sir! Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. There! Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it.
The open locker seems like a good place to check.
The ring is coming from in here, sir! What? No. Can't be.
Uh-oh. 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 I think we might have goofed.
This has gotta be the victim's cell phone! Just whose locker is this, sir?
It's Miss Tenero's.
What?
But wouldn't that be more incriminating? She just chucked it in her locker. Uh-oh. So, Mr. Edgeworth.
How'd it go? Where'd you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room. In Miss Tenero's locker.
What? But...
Rhoda Tenero!
I don't know anything about the phone! It wasn't me! It wasn't me! Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Objection!
Wait! I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the key card, all right. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore.
She really is stubborn.
What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjecture at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
Check that phone! Check them photos on that phone!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer.
Miles could have pulled a Jessica Fletcher and said the phone call came from Mealy's locker. That could have worked too.
We need to examine this phone in more detail.
Alright, let's see here. Busted screen?
The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this.
Okay. What about...
It's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder... How exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take photos?
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir! I mean, are they both horrible with technology? It clearly has a freaking camera. Of course it takes pictures, Edgeworth, you sweet summer child. I can't believe that him and his boyfriend both are completely inept when it comes to technology.
This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine.
The Nokia brick that they got.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken photos with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted, sir!
Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
I'll find a way, don't you worry about that!
May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCD screen on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data.
What?
What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still inside there, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone, if you please!
Very well. It's transferring. All right. Displaying it now.
This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain evidence for his smuggling case.
Oh, hey! The Ollie Fred's nowhere in this pic, sir!
But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
Oh, she's right. There ain't much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo we can use?
Okay, we saw the bed sheets. We saw... Maybe this? Is this what was underneath? Because these boxes weren't here. What was here was the Jangfa Express stuff, right?
What's all this?
Hmm? Oh, you're still here. Oh! They are cargo shipped from Virginia to Jangfa.
So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Jingfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere.
One cluster of boxes written in Virginian. It says... I'm not gonna attempt to do a fake language here. It is cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be? Is that where the killer...
What? What is for this scary face?
Miss Mealy.
Yes?
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator.
Hmm?
He left us with a piece of evidence after all. a striking piece that will point out who his killer really is.
Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
The Bolginian cargo and this piece of evidence.
That's where they got the cloth! That's where they got the cloth with the blood!
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now, I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhengba had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed the piece from to clean the blood up with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits the description is you, Miss Camille.
Hold it! That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
Objection!
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through the boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first.
The bedsheet box, right?
Take that!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right there in the box, sir. Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
Hold it! So, what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengba! That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who can make such a calculated decision is you, Camille! You and you alone! It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do was contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Mealy? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find from our investigation in Zhengfa?
He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble.
Dang. Yeah? Her bubble has been well and truly busted. She used bubble beam. It was not very effective. Ouch. March 12th, 5:26 p.m. Flight G390 First Floor Lounge. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Oh, it was bubbles both ways? It was bubbles in the Japanese as well? That's hilarious. Japanese censorship never change.
Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that?
They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get some more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir.
She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure. The ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
I guess this proves just because someone has nice flotation devices doesn't mean they're a good person. If evil, there is a good chance they be hot. And that is the lesson that we learned from today's stream, kids.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this token. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's...
I see.
Oh no! He's gonna take the ugly suitcase! He's gonna take the ugly suitcase because he's actually a good guy! Oh no!
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
No! I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure it will serve you well. Oh, her smile's really pretty. Look at that pretty smile. That's nice. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Now, I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. Bye! Bye, Rhoda!
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, was it fun!
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges.
Oh! I've said it before, but this really is Miles's no good, very bad week.
By the way, where's Francisca?
Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure.
Departure?
Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case.
Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
Well, you got it, sir.
Why are we canceling the car? Oh, I guess we're saying goodbye to Francisca.
Francisca.
I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met.
I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences.
Just who do you think I am?
You are Francisca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until only a little while, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing Piero living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father built.
True. Your father, Manfred Von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about?
Because that man came along and kicked his butt.
The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the bigger picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
Good night, Gundam. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your evening.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there is another agent on this case with me.
Oh? Another agent?
He is a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day.
Oh, I think I know who this is. I know a handful of the characters from Investigations. I think I know who she's talking about, and if it is, the next case is going to be a lot of fun.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun,
Miles Edgeworth.
I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I will pay you back.
In full. And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight.
Be careful of your heart, baby.
Just how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safely first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma. The smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already pulled their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war. They would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Edgeworth speaking.
Now who could this be?
And you are?
Who is this?
Mr. Armano? Ernest Armano, correct?
Who is Armano? Who is this? I don't know what kind of voice or character this is, so I'm just gonna do a normal voice.
Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son. He's been kidnapped.
Oh! So we go from smuggling to kidnapping! But I guess we're gonna have to find out. I guess we'll have to find out next time. Save your progress. Yes, we will do that. Let's go ahead and overwrite the save. The kidnapped turnabout. That is where we are going to start on the next Gay Lawyer Sunday. But we've got a little extra treat for you guys. I got a little extra treat. We're wrapping it up a touch early today because allergies are kind of kicking my butt right now, and my throat is kind of sore. But I got one little extra treat for you guys. So let me jump back to my just chatting screen. There we go. Gay Lawyer Sunday is not over quite yet. Hang on. One thing I forgot to ask during the chat segment of the stream. Where'd my thing go? There it goes. A while back, you were talking about reading spooky stories for October. Is that still on the table? Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. I'm pretty sure I did at some point. You know what? That doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually. I'm not sure what kind of stories I would read, but, I didn't have anything planned. I didn't have anything planned like that for spooky streams this year, unfortunately. I think what you might be thinking about is I said that I might read the Danganronpa If light novel at some point. But that is something that I would need some backup on, and something I'm still trying to get worked out. So I don't have any plans to read any spooky stories at the moment. Maybe on Halloween night. That might be something I throw in alongside playing RE2. But no, I didn't have any plans to do that. Sorry if I said otherwise. Anyway, no, it's fine. That's actually not a bad idea. I didn't have any plans to do so this year, but that might be good for next year. All right. So, as I said, we are not quite through yet. There's a little extra goodies that I've got for you guys. As I mentioned, there was a little Ace Attorney video that came out that I have not seen yet. From what I understand, though, it is a sort of a retrospective on the entire series, starring one Phoenix Wright and one Miles Edgeworth. So I have not seen this yet. But we're gonna check it out real quick before we say goodbye. So I'm gonna switch back. All right, I have no idea. How this is gonna go. But let's see what we're in for. Guys. Oh wow, this is really confusing. All right. Okay, there we go.
Phoenix Wright here.
Wait, is that Eric Vale?
And what on earth is this?
What?
That's right, Ace Attorney TV.
Oh my god, it is Eric. That's amazing.
My friend Miles Edgeworth and I are here today to tell you all about the amazing series we star in, Ace Attorney.
Yay!
All I want to know is what you've dragged me into this time, right?
That doesn't sound like Christopher,
I was
though.
told to share what makes this series so special, but I didn't want to do it all by my lonesome, so... The first Ace Attorney game follows the trials of rookie defense attorney Phoenix Wright as he tackles a string of difficult cases.
Is that Kyle
This
Abear's
courtroom
Miles?
battle adventure
Okay.
was initially released on October 12th, 2001.
That was more than 20 years ago. Back then, no one had even heard of the courtroom battle genre.
I had to fight fiercely for my clients by presenting evidence against the witnesses' lies. Objection! Just like that.
And yet, the only reward that was thrown your way was a face full of hair.
You really didn't need to remind me. But it felt so good when I turned my thinking around, found the contradictions, and trounced that annoying prosecutor.
Another thing this series is known for is its cast of colorful characters.
That's right. So now let's take a look back at the entire Ace Attorney series.
Hang on. He's not British enough. No, he's not, but I like it. I like Kyle Abear as an actor, so this is fine. I haven't really seen... I haven't seen a lot of the Dual Destiny stuff and Spirit of Justice as well. But yeah, I think Kyle is getting up there in age. He kind of he sounds like he's Don't be mean. He sounds like he smoked a pack full of cigarettes. No, it's fine. Oh my gosh. Also, yeah, I think in Dual Destinies, it's Sam Riegel who is Phoenix Wright, but he's recovering from an operation. So it's Eric. I'm so glad they brought Eric Vale back in as Phoenix, though. I love him as Phoenix. He's so good. He wasn't trying to be mean. I know you weren't. The pack of cigarettes just really cracked me up. It really cracked me up. But anyway, here we go. Back to it. I kind of dig the voice. I like Edgeworth with a deep voice. This is just as a personal headcanon. I like a deep voiced Edgeworth. It's good. It's very good for me. Both Sam and Eric are great as Phoenix. Yeah, I like them both, but I guess I'm more partial to Eric just because we finished watching the Ace Attorney anime recently, or at least season 1 of it. So I'm kind of a big fan of his portrayal.
Look back at the entire Ace Attorney series and the weirdos from each one.
The weirdos? What do you mean weirdos?
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney trilogy. And who was the weirdo of the first Ace Attorney game?
What?
Edgeworth. It's you. It's definitely you.
Me? In what way am I a weirdo?
Why weirdos? Why weirdos? I love that Phoenix is calling Miles a weirdo affectionately. I love it. I feel like Phoenix is also the only person who can get away with that. I feel like Phoenix is the only person who can get away with calling Miles a weirdo. Because if Gumshoe ever called Miles a weirdo, he would be sacked immediately. He would be fired immediately. calling your boyfriend a weirdo affectionately. I love that. I love that.
It's you. It's definitely you.
It's definitely you, he says.
I a weirdo?
Let's see. You objected to a witness's talkativeness.
Well, I mean, shouldn't that imply that it's the witness who is the weirdo here?
Old Bag is pretty
let's move
weird.
on. In the second game, Justice for All, we meet Manfred von Karma's daughter, Franziska von Karma.
Yeah, she sure loved to crack her beloved whip at me. And boy, did it hurt.
The third game, Trials and Tribulations, gave us the mysterious masked prosecutor, Godot.
Yeah, he sure loved to throw his...
I was wrong. I was saying is Godot. It was Godot. It was not Goddard. I'm an idiot. I was saying his name wrong the whole damn time. And I think some of y'all were trying to tell me too that I was saying it wrong. I think some of y'all tried to tell me that I was saying it wrong. It is Godot. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm sorry that I messed up on the name. Though I'm a little annoyed that nobody told me. No one told me. How do you pronounce Gail Godot? I think that was the exact example somebody used on me. No! No! He was hot too! He was hot and I got the name wrong! I'm really upset about that. I think it's pronounced Godot due to his real name being Diego Armando. Oh, God, that makes total sense. Yeah, you did try to tell me, Zach, and I was a fool and didn't listen. Oh, I hate him even more now.
Gave us the mysterious masked prosecutor, Godot.
Yeah, he sure loved to throw his beloved special blend of coffee at me.
That's third-degree
and
burns.
boy, was it hot.
It does warn you right on the box, right?
Damn! No, okay, well, first off, there we go. That's fine. No, zero sympathy for him. Zero sympathy from him. My man got second and third degree burns from having hot coffee thrown all over his place, and Edgeworth is just all like, sucks to be you, right? Heartless, this man.
At me, and boy, was it hot.
It does warn you right on the box, right? Maybe you should learn a few special moves of your own, too.
Is that really what they mean by courtroom battle? And that's...
I'm sorry, of the two of y'all, who is the one in a fighting game? It's this man right here. This is the one who made it in the Marvel vs. Capcom, not your frilly ass. I don't want to hear nothing about special moves, all right? You ain't got nothing, sir. All you got is your frills.
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy in a nutshell. 3 monumental games of the mystery adventure genre that laid the foundation of this series together in one timeless collection. That's right, Ace Attorney TV. Next in the lineup, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney
so they
trilogy.
do bring up Apollo Justice.
Rookie attorney Apollo Justice makes his debut here as a brand new protagonist for the series. Tough new cases put all of his knowledge and skills to the test as he comes into his own.
If memory serves, Mr. Justice's rival is Clavier Gavin. He's a district prosecutor.
Clavier. Okay, good. I can get the pronunciation of this one right away. Clavier. I was actually kind of wondering how to pronounce that name. I wasn't 100% sure, so
Thank you, Miles. Thank you for telling me the correct pronunciation.
If memory serves, Mr. Justice's rival is Clavier Gavin. He's a district prosecutor and the leader of the rock band Gaviners.
The sound of his air guitar playing leaves quite the impression during his trials.
Hold it! The sound of his air guitar is a clear contradiction.
I was just about to say
think I
that.
don't know
Thank
that?
you.
The fifth game, Dual Destinies, introduces rookie lawyer Athena Sykes to the series. Her expertise in psychology helps her get to the truth.
Death row inmate and prosecutor Simon Blackwell also debuts.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
he
Whoa,
sure-
whoa. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Death row inmate, prosecutor. How do these coalesce? How do these exist at the same time? How does he's a prosecutor, but he's also a prisoner? That sounds like the setup to an FX original series. Okay, I definitely need to play Apollo Justice now, because what the hell is the deal with this dude? I need to know how a death row inmate is also a prosecutor. The chief prosecutor in Dual Destinies granted him permission to stand in court. Of course. There's always some wave away from the higher ups. It's just like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. I know he probably killed a man, and that's why he's on death row. But let the man cook. Let him cook. Okay, yeah, no, I need to know more about this guy. I need to know what his deal is. Simon Blackwell, was it?
Death row inmate and prosecutor Simon Blackwell also debuts.
Yeah, he sure loved to slice off my beloved front spike, didn't he?
No!
The
No!
sixth
Don't
game,
mess up the hair!
Spirit of Justice, features the Kingdom of Crime, where spirit mediums call upon the memories of the dead as a method of cornering defendants.
It
Are you
also
serious?
features international prosecutor and Kura-Eni's monk, Nayuta Sadmahi.
Yeah,
Nayuta.
he sure loved to use his beads to seal my beloved objection arm.
I wonder if I should learn a secret move or two myself.
I really don't think that's what they mean by courtroom battle. These three titles...
So what I'm taking away from here is that all of these prosecutors, except for Clavier and Edgeworth, love to physically assault the defense attorneys. That's my takeaway from this, is that all of them are violent and abusive. Except for Edgeworth, who is verbally and mentally, and I know nothing about Clavier, so I can't speak to how he is abusive towards the defense attorneys. But I'm sure he's a jerk too, and I'm gonna hate him, and then later I'm going to love him because I always end up changing my mind on these prosecutors. Clavier is actually the only friendly prosecutor. Really? He's the only good one, huh? Well, no, that's not true. Miles is a good boy, but... Okay, yeah. If anything, this is just making me want to jump into Apollo Justice even more.
That's right! Ace Attorney TV! Next we have the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Hey, I've got
a
this
collection
one!
of 2 fantastic games.
Led by Phoenix Wright's ancestor, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, it is set
Oh,
in
that
Victorian London
pronunciation
and
makes me
Meiji Japan.
cringe!
Ryunosuke teams up with that great detective of fame, Mr. Herlock Sholmes,
Yeah,
as they dancingly
there he
deduce their
is!
way through London.
There's that
Standing
doofus
in their
I'm gonna
way is
love!
a man known as the Reaper, the legendary prosecutor Barack Van Zeeks.
Well, I still got more ruffles than him, though.
So you think that makes you better?
Wait! Oh my god! Yo! Okay, first off, I paused at an absolutely perfect moment. This is exactly how I see Edgeworth just every time! That is just how I see Edgeworth every day. I can't believe that! Why did they give him a freaking PC filter? Yes! Oh my god, Capcom, I love you guys. I love you guys. But let me run it back. Let me run it back for a second, because I need to address this. We're going to Apollo Justice right after investigations. We might jump right in. I don't know. Okay, Baroque von whatever. I need to see something here.
Zeeks.
Well, I still got more ruffles than him, though.
Why? Why the leg? Why the leg? Why did he just slam his leg on there? Oh, no. Hang on.
Courtroom trial.
I slammed my desk so hard that the movie started playing again. I need to calm down. Why did he have his leg up on the desk like that? Why? For what reason? Also, the throwing of the wine glass into the fire was pretty cool. I do have Great Ace Attorney Chronicles already. I did pick it up when it was on sale. I still need to pick up Apollo Justice. I'm waiting for that to go on sale. But most likely what's going to happen is we're gonna do Apollo Justice as the next Gay Lawyer Sunday, and then we're gonna finish up with Great Ace Attorney. And hopefully someday we'll get to Phoenix Wright, Professor Layton, crossover. Capcom leased Dracula from Konami and turned him into a prosecutor. Yeah? No? That tracks! Von Zeeks is a weirdo. Oh, is this Miles' descendant? Oh no. Don't tell me that this guy is Miles' descendant. Oh, is that why he's so ultra dramatic? I mean, he's got the ruffles. He's got the hereditary ruffles. Oh man, unfortunately, I don't know if Apollo is a gay lawyer. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the other characters. I know multiple people have told me that I'm going to absolutely love / hate Herlock Sholmes. I'm very excited to meet this guy. Phoenix is still in the trilogy, so Gay Lawyer Sunday will still be a thing. Absolutely. It's always gonna forever be Gay Lawyer Sunday when Ace Attorney is involved.
Their way through London. Standing in their way is a man known as the Reaper, the legendary prosecutor Baroque van Zeeks.
Well, I still got more ruffles than him, though.
So you think that makes you better?
Oh, it absolutely does.
Courtroom trials in the Old Bailey were also unique for their use of a jury system.
Oh!
Like the great detective stories of old, this great duology
so
features
there's going to be a
greatest
jury introduced in later games.
That's right! Ace Attorney TV! Next is the mystery masterpiece, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective.
This isn't part of Ace Attorney,
What's
is it?
special about this stylish title is that, unlike Ace Attorney games with their individual episodes, Ghost Trick focuses on only one grand story.
When you start the game, the main character Sissel is already dead.
And someone has killed the heroine, Lynn, as well.
Yes, it's curtains for everyone.
Except, having become a spirit, Sissel can now rewind time, jump into objects and manipulate them, all to undo a person's untimely demise.
So, just as I turn my thinking around in court, Sissel turns back time to avert fate. It's a change of pace from Ace Attorney, but why not check out Ghost Trick Phantom Detective 2?
Does Ghost Trick take place in the same universe? I guess. I mean, I know that Ghost Trick was made by the same people who made Ace Attorney. I know Takemi, I'm sorry, I cannot remember his proper last name. I know that he was involved heavily with Ghost Trick, so I guess that's why they're mentioning it too. And I know that Missile makes an appearance here too. It's hard for me to concentrate when Miles is staring at me so intently. It's a little hard to concentrate right now, but I'll do my best. I don't know if Ghost Trick and Ace Attorney are technically in the same universe, but the same people were involved, so I guess that's why they're mentioning it. It's just a little weird that they would bring up Ghost Trick, but whatever. I'll roll with it.
That's right, Ace.
Let's not forget the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection.
There you go. Show your own
look
thing.
at you, Mr. Influencer.
There you go. Show your own. Hang on. I gotta go back. I missed his cut in.
Attorney TV. I think that about covers everything and then some.
Hold it! Let's not forget the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection.
Yeah!
Well, look at you, Mr. Influencer.
I mean, since I'm here, we might as well cover it.
This collection contains the 2 Ace Attorney Investigations games.
They star me, Miles Edgeworth. I pursue the
Did you
truth,
hear those
not
sparkles
as a
just
defense
now?
attorney, but as a prosecutor in this new style of Ace Attorney game.
Yeah, and where all of your rivals in the investigation series are just as weird as you. Interpol investigator Shilong Lang hates it when prosecutors get in his head,
Yeah,
which must be all the...
This is the guy we're gonna meet. This is the guy we're gonna meet soon. He's the guy I think is gonna show up in the next case. I'm very excited to meet Shilong Lang. I need to start thinking of a good voice for him. Because there's definitely something going on between these two. There's definitely something going on between there.
Interpol investigator Shilong Lang hates it when prosecutors get in his hair, which must be all the time for Mr. Werewolf.
Agent Lang is admired by his many subordinates, right? So I suggest you watch what you say.
And what if I don't? In the second game, a judge and Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence member, Verity Gavelle, stands in Edgeworth's way.
Hey!
She overrules people with her extendable gavel. I
Is that a
wonder
thing?
if she uses that thing in court, too.
Same, me too.
She's got that. She got that Pico Pico hammer going. She got that Amy Rose Pico Pico hammer going. I kind of dig it. Verity Gavelle. We will learn about her in due time.
To know me, Miles Edgeworth, better as you investigate behind the crime
I'll
scene
get to
tape
know you
in
better,
my
Miles.
series.
That's right, Ace Attorney
Yeah, and
TV.
he's in on it
Looking back
too
on
now.
The series makes you realize just how much Ace Attorney has going on.
Indeed. And should any of the weirdos or stories pique your interest, why not
He's
check
just
them
like,
out?
okay,
But
what?
is
I'll
it
roll
okay
with
to
it.
just jump in with, say, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy or the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles? I don't remember what happened in the second game, you see. It was like I was hit on the head or something.
You
and forgot everything.
jerks!
Oh, right. You of all people. Every title we've showcased today is entirely self-contained, so it's perfectly fine to start from whichever one you'd like.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Edgeworth, why you out here lying to the good people? Why you out here lying? You gotta start with Ace Attorney. You've gotta start here. Otherwise, this will not make sense. You could conceivably start from Great Ace Attorney because it's a prequel to the entire thing. But if you start here or here, then you're doing it wrong. Nothing is going to make sense. You've got to start from Ace Attorney Trilogy. Miles! Sir, do not be out here lying to these good people who have taken the time to watch your video. Objection! Anyway.
Now, subscribe or face our...
Objection!
Yay! That's fine. I guess is that the... Oh, wait, that's not the end of the video. There's more. Oh, post-filming! Okay. Wright & Co. Law Offices. What is this? Is this like a...
Thanks a bunch, Edgeworth. I couldn't have done this without
Aww.
And what about next time?
you. Next
Next time? What next
How
time?
about a rundown of the top 3 episodes of
Oh,
The Steel Samurai?
Oh, no, don't cut him off! I wanted to know about Steel Samurai! Okay. Oh, that was fun. That was fun and goofy. that was worth it. But yeah, no, I completely disagree with what they said at the end. You've got to start with Ace Attorney, otherwise nothing else will make sense. Don't be out here lying to the folks. Okay, well, it was a little bit on the shorter side this time, but that's gonna do it for today's Gay Lawyer Sunday. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for enjoying a little fangirling with me, simping, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for coming along and doing it with me, guys. So, the next stream is going to be tomorrow night at 7. It is going to be the finale of Paper Mario. We are going to take one more crack at the master, and then we are finishing the game. We are taking down Bowser. And then, after that, it is time for everyone's favorite time of the year. It's time for my least favorite part of the year. It's time for the spooky streams. Things might look a little different on Thursday night, so just stay tuned and you'll see what's up. And of course, we're gonna have Supersonic Saturdays and Gay Lawyer Sundays will continue through the spooky streams. Those will remain unaffected. It's only gonna be Monday and Thursday nights that I play scary games because I am going to need Sonic and Ace Attorney to get me through the spooks because I'm a huge coward. But that's gonna do it for today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had fun. And until next time, this is SGG signing off. Stay super! And I will see y'all on Monday. Have a great rest of your day, guys!